Alright, Lego time. In this video, I created Lego builds with the thrill of Halloween. From spooky haunted scenes to unexpected costume props, you'll find how Lego can be used beyond your imagination. Arm yourself with some courage and let's do some eerie building. Spiders are Halloween symbols because these alien-like creatures add a chill to the air, and this magic trick is all about to bring you some surprise. Open this empty box and you'll find spiders all over poor Bob's body. But it's not over yet, we need to find a bigger spider. Remove this from a Lego minifigure, this spider can create bigger panic. When you try to open this box, a big Lego spider will give you a jump scare. It seems to come out of nowhere, but it is actually an automatic mechanism that can be triggered by sliding the lid open. Here, you can see I used Lego string with end studs, so when the lid is removed, it immediately stretches the string, rolling the spider out. You can play with this box over and over again. Ultimately, I decided to build a scary mechanical spider that really moves on Lego motors. Using a Lego remote control, you can move its left side, right side, or both at the same time. Then I gave it the appearance of Choo Choo Charles, a spider train monster that preys on anyone it encounters. I also built a rail for it, and I let it carry the Lego fidget that I created. Imagine that running down the walkway of your house on Halloween night. Now let's give the tricks a second and have some treats. Or can we have both of them at the same time? This looks like a boring bake brick, and there is an empty drawer inside of it. Nothing peculiar, right? It's just an empty box. No, it's actually a magic box. When you meet someone you don't like, show them your empty drawer. There's no candy. But when you meet someone you do like, perform some magic and surprise them with some M&Ms. Another idea is to build a Lego Gumball Machine with a Halloween theme, featuring real Gumballs. I created a skull shape decoration and you need a quarter to get one. If you don't insert a coin, the knob is locked and can only be turned after you do. Let's deposit a quarter and try if it works. Okay, one coin for one gumball. Works perfectly. I also designed a hidden tray to collect the coins. On Halloween night, everything can go unexpected. I'm gonna do some cruel experiment with Squidward using my Lego magic gadget. I'm going to split him in 3 pieces. Okay, does anyone know how Squidward got split into pieces but ended up back as one again? When building eerie decorations for Halloween, pumpkins are a must. But instead of just creating a spooky appearance, I gave the pumpkin a set of wheels and a curved surface, making it look like it is biting as it moves forward. The chances of being eaten by pumpkin are slim, but not zero. As Halloween approaches, a Lego ghost flows into the scene. With a very unique body part, this minifigure looks spooky. To bring it to life, I built a tomb for the Lego ghost to hunt. Beneath the surface lies a bouncy brick secured by a rubber band, allowing the ghost to jump out of the grave with a thrilling surprise when released. But there is more. The head of this minifigure glows in the dark, so you can flick it and it looks more spooky. Now I'm using Lego to make Halloween costumes. With some round plates on a big box, it is a perfect replica for a speakerman's head. I have to say it looks quite scary. It would have been better if I had worn a suit with it. Halloween is also one of the most famous horror movies, with Michael Myers to be the iconic killer. No matter how fast you run, Michael Myers can always walk faster. So I'm going to make him move with the mechanism of elliptical trainers. In this case, you can control Michael Myers by sliding the white handle. This scene still needs some more decoration. In the movie, Michael Myers chases his victims in the barren woods, so let's add some dead trees. We could use spiky parts, but broomsticks are unexpectedly great parts for this. The color makes it just like withered twigs. You can also make a bat hanging on it. With more and more trees on the base, this scene is getting closer to the original image. I can really feel that something scary is going to happen on this Halloween night. Another super scary character is Freddy Krueger of A Nightmare on Elm Street. He has a bladed glove, and let's make a Lego version of it. Let's try one blade at first. The 2 rings fixed the blade on my finger, and I used a parallelogram structure to pop up the blade. Now let's try 3 fingers at the same time. I can control the blades to pop up one by one or at the same time. If you see from this angle, they are nearly invisible before popping out. Since Lego parts are perfect for building various mechanisms, I decided to create a better pumpkin with a smoother surface and some play features. Also, the sound is satisfying. I used slopes to build up surfaces. Now the pumpkin is ready for play features. If you pull out the top and bottom pieces, you'll find them to be cannons of droids. Yep, the pumpkin can split into 2 battle droids. Pumpkin is only the camouflage. For more pumpkins, check out this Lego pumpkin set. The cool feature is that when you press its stem, the pumpkin lights up. It looks so much better at night than under daylight. But if you're going for a bigger light, you may want to consider this set. Replacing Buzz Lightyear and Woody's head, I turned Andy's room into a haunted Halloween scene. Where are you, Andy? Costumes and disguises are essential for Halloween. This time I wanted to spend some efforts on Venom. When Venom bonds with Eddie, he sometimes extends a head like a fluid, just like this.
Yeah? We will need a cape.
And this is what I did. Seeking for Halloween treats and randomly bite off some heads. In order to wear this Venom head, I have to make a lot of improvements to the original Lego head because it was too small to fit in the hand. I enlarged its eyes and put on more teeth. I also need to make more room in order to control its jaw. After making all of these, Venom now lives in my hand. Another spooky accessory is the face hugger. This one is for Bob, and I need to build a bigger one for human size. The tail of a face hugger is incredibly long, and I use many connectors to make it look like a real one. Now it's time to add up its legs. Okay, it really looks like the real thing, and I started to fear that the scene on the poster will happen to me.
2 hours later.
If you're looking for more Lego Halloween decorations, try 3D printing a giant Lego figure. Instead of keeping its Lego hands, give it human-shaped hands. It looks really cursed and will make for a perfect Halloween nightmare. Moreover, you can 3D print a Lego head for your Halloween costume. I also printed 2 hands. With so many hand and face shapes available in Lego, you can create any design you like, such as this skull. Wearing the skull head and the face hugger as a scarf makes for the spookiest Halloween costume. Lastly, let's check out how the magic candy box works. It features a hidden inner drawer that contains candy, and you just put it inside to pretend there is no candy at all.